Well, hello everybody and welcome back. Jeff again on the Minecrack vanilla server. And I think I left off last time stating I was going to jump across this ravine. So we are about to do just that. And what's going on today at my house? I should probably make some torches. I don't have that many, but I can clear up some inventory spots by doing this. So we'll have to get some more coal and dump some of this inventory, but we are still going to go across this. Okay. We're good. Boink. Oh, yeah, we made it. Okay. So, what's going on today at my house? I didn't look at him, did I? No. Oh, there's a cool... Wow. These guys want to kill me. That's okay. They can want all they want. They're not going to get to me. They're going to be just chilling over there, doing their thing. So, today... it's actually Julia's birthday. We're having a big barbecue and stuff for her. I got some footage. Maybe I'll throw into the beginning of this. So, Jaime, what we got going on is the Color in Motion 5K race. People all get together and decide to throw blasts of color at each other and run. We're here for Julia's birthday. So I'm not running, but I'm on bag duty, as you can see. So I'm waiting for some more of her friends. They're gonna drop off their stuff, and I'll just be chilling here, watching the party happen. From the Color in Motion thing that we did earlier today, it was a lot of fun, actually. It's weird. You know, people in, probably a lot of places, but DC especially, they do a lot of these random, like, 5K for this, 5K for that, but they're all these weird concepts and these dumb concepts, in my opinion. And this one is called Color in Motion, and it was a bunch of people running a 5K, but you get colored powder blasted in your face from, like, these color cannons or something like that. And I was first looking at this thing, and I was like, okay, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I'm not going to run. I don't run anyway, very much. I should, but I was like, Julia, I'm not going to run with you. You got a bunch of people that you're running with, like all your friends. I said, I'll go, though. I'll be, I'll go there with you and support you. It's your birthday. I'll do all that. So I went this morning, and I got to say, I didn't run, and it was just her and her sister that ended up going to it to run, and the environment was a lot of fun. People seemed to be enjoying themselves. It was it was crazy. It was just like all these young people, old people alike, just running this 5K, getting colors blasted on their faces, and it was really entertaining to actually see. And I don't know, I can't say it changed my perspective on what it is, because it's still, no matter how you look at it, it's, running a 5K and getting colors blasted in your face was the whole point of the thing. I gotta watch out that I don't get blasted off of this thing here. Oh, what's up there? Hold on. We're going to go this way first. So, what's going on today is there's a lot of people showing up at my house right now, getting ready for this big barbecue that we're having for her birthday, and I snuck away for a little bit to make a video because, everybody else is entertained, and I am taking the time that I can, get a video for you guys, and feel good. So, what I actually wanted to talk about today was Europe, Minecon, and the like. So I, as you know, am starting a new job in a couple weeks. And because of the way I'm starting the new job, I was able to request off officially time for Minecon. So Minecon is happening. I booked my plane tickets the other day. I am good to go. Minecon, here we come. So that's going to be awesome. I will be in Europe. I've never been to Europe. I will be in London. Never been to any part of Europe. My international travel has involved Cancun, Jamaica, and Canada. I also lived right by the border of Canada, so I don't even consider that international per se. There's a witch over there. Let's see if I can kill her with a normal bow. Yes, got her. So that's going to be entertaining. I actually just got my passport renewed, and it just came in the mail like 3 or 4 days ago. So I got everything worked out for that. But what else is happening is kind of crazy, because I said the other day that I'm going to be out of town for a while, and therefore I'm not going to have like the normal video footage and stuff that I got going on. I will be in France starting on Wednesday. So not only am I going to London at the end of June, beginning of July, but I am going to France as well. I just looked right at that dude. And I know I looked at him, so... What's up, buddy? You still hit me? There's two of them! Bring it! Bring it! Endermang. Hello? Yeah, I can do that too. Hi. Really? I think he hit water. So I think I'm safe. I think he went down to water. We'll find out if I start getting blasted right here. So I'm going to be going to France because Julie is going to France for a, health IT conference, and she really wanted me to go, but it was really hard to adjust times because I was going, to trying to ask for time off to go to Minecon and try to ask for time off to go to France all like a month apart. And who goes to Europe twice in like a month? This guy is. I've never been before, and I will be in Europe 2 times in a 1-month period. Well, a month and a half maybe, and it's going to be amazing. So I bought my tickets, and I will tell you, this is the part that I wanted to actually talk about. I just bought tickets to go to France and to go to London, $200 out of pocket. And I will tell you that is absolutely not a normal thing that you can do. It is absolutely does not mean that the only way, like the only money spent in theory is $200. I used points that I had earned from all my, miles and stuff so far that I've gotten from different credit cards and all. But I will tell you, this is a video to inform people of the reason, if you don't already, the reason that you should invest in a credit card with a point system. Now, I originally got a card. I don't need this zombie flesh. I originally got a card that had Southwest had this special going on where they would give you... Oh, I need to... Crap. Well, we are going to ignore you for now. I was going to make another iron pick, but no, actually, you know what? I still do need an iron pick, I think. I originally got Southwest cards. I was reading on one of the deal forum sites that I go to, and they were talking about, putting in cards or getting cards that give you so many points and they can get you all this free stuff. So Southwest had this promotion at one point that it was 50,000 points when you spend like $3,000 in a certain month, time frame or whatnot. And they had actually 2 of them running at the same time for 2 different credit cards. And I had read that what you could do with these 2 cards is the points actually would add up. You get 100,000 points total. So you'd have 100,000 points to use toward, trips. And depending on where you get trips, you can get trips. I think I bought trips from DC to Flint for about 7,000 points or something like that, so I flew a lot more than because they advertise it as like 2 round trip flights, like on average. I got way more than that out of my flights by doing some deal shopping and things like that, but I also qualified for companion status because of the amount of points I had earned from just getting those points and the money that you needed to spend to get those points. And all I did to earn the points is, I know it sounds like a lot, it's like $3,000 in 3 months. A lot of you guys might not spend that, type of money. When you're an adult, you probably do spend that pretty regularly just between like rent and all that stuff. And if you can find a way to get your rent paid through credit card, that like solves all your problems for all those minimum spends that you need, especially if you live in DC because the rent is so expensive. And actually, I was a little bit behind on one of the cards, so all I did was I prepaid a couple months for my Sprint bill, for my cell phone bill, and amazingly that worked out perfectly because it got me to the point threshold to get all this stuff. So not only did I do that, after flying to and from all the packs that I've gone to, Minecon 2013, Julia flying with me for free to all these places, I looked at some of the other cards, and some of the other cards, oh crap, get rid of you, get you. Some of the other cards that were available were not specifically Southwest, but like a Chase Sapphire card that had a 50,000 point spend. And then there was a United card that had this. So for a while, I had a bunch of credit cards. I know some people say, like, you shouldn't have that many credit cards. Like, you shouldn't do stuff like that. Crap. To make sure that you can, you know, spend all your money. Trust me, I paid off all my credit cards. The second the bill comes in, I have them auto paid off in full, so you don't have to worry about the fact that you're, you know, spending so much money on credit. That's the issue with credit. People get all these credit cards, spend all this money that they don't have, and then they start spending paying the minimums. You got to remember that when you pay the minimums, I specifically did that to get an iron pick. When you start paying the minimums, what happens is you end up having a bunch of money that you're trying to, or that you're earning, or that, excuse me, that the credit card company is earning from the interest, since you're not paying off your stuff in full. And so I just paid everything off in full, and it worked out wonderfully, because not only did I get all these different credit cards, it helps your credit as long as you're paying credit in full. You got to watch out for the credit checks. Some of the credit checks actually like do it what they call a hard hit on your credit report, and so many hard hits in a time frame is like can have negative credit standings and things like that. There's a lot of weird things with the credit card industry, but long story short, I ended up with the 100,000 points from Southwest, 50,000 points from Chase Sapphire, and 50,000 points from United. And in the last 3 years, I have not paid for a single flight that I've been on, and I just bought tickets to Europe by combining my points in just the right way between my United card and between my Chase Sapphire card to literally pay only the taxes to go to Europe for the second trip that I'm going on. So I had to pay the taxes to go to London, which was $220 or something like that. Whereas to go to France, for some reason, my taxes were covered with the way that I used the points. So either way, I just bought international flights to both London and France from DC, $200 out of pocket, and I plan on having an amazing, amazing time. What's up, dude? You're chilling here in a spot where you can probably shoot me now. There you go, you're dead. That was really dangerous, I just realized, because he easily could have shot me into this lava. So let's do this. Try to get this gold. I would love to grab this redstone as well. I probably should. I probably should silk touch this redstone. What do I want to get rid of to silk touch the redstone? Those guys and you two. So let's silk touch you, redstone. What did I pick back up? There we go. Sorry, guy. You got lost. So, what I'm kind of telling you guys is I know, especially the younger viewers on here, you don't think about credit. Once you screw up your credit, it's really hard to come back from. I am extremely lucky that my parents were on my sister and I's case about making sure we didn't screw up our credit very, very early on in life. They actually got us credit cards when we were like 16 years old, and they got the bills, so they knew anything that we put on the credit cards, and they were specifically for quote-unquote emergencies, and then they would tell us certain things like that they wanted us to buy, like certain things that would happen, like school supplies. They'd be like, buy all your school supplies on these credit cards, and we will pay the bills for them for you, because, you know, like we're helping you out with school supplies and all, and it will still help build your credit. We'll make sure we know what you buy, we know what you spend, and we'll make sure it gets taken care of so we don't ruin your credit. So they helped me from a very early age establish good credit. I have some friends that have absolutely horrible credit, and it's because they signed up for every credit card application that came in the mail and would spend, like, max out the credit cards and just spend the minimums. And literally this one girl that I knew, she had a bill for her minimums that was probably, it was close to $1,000 a month for her minimum payments on all the different credit cards she had. And she thought that was fine. She figured out a way to spend her $1,000 a month and thought life was peachy. She just didn't realize that she was never getting rid of that principal. It was never gone. Her whole credit card debt was like $30,000 or something like that. Like, I mean, some ridiculous amount of debt that nobody at her age, she was like 22 at the time, should have. So credit is a very tricky thing. you've got to make sure you play it right, but you have to play it. You can't just not play it wrong. You have to play it right, and that's the thing I don't like about credit is if you don't get a credit card because you're worried that you're not going to be able to, fulfill the obligations of, the credit card and pay off the payments and things like that. That's bad in just the same way because you don't establish credit. So when you actually go to get like a loan in the future, nobody wants to give you a loan because you don't have established credit. And that's just as much of a problem as having bad credit is, which is really weird to say, but it's true. So you guys have to make sure you establish credit in the right way. But if you are going to establish credit, you might as well do yourself a favor and utilize some of these special deals that are out there that can help you earn points. I used to, for the longest time, I actually paid everything off straight with my debit card. My thought process was, the debit card won't let me overcharge, but I don't have it in my bank account, so therefore it's like a safety check, which is, it's not necessarily a bad thing to have that safety check. But the thing is, I didn't establish credit for a long time when I was doing that, which I didn't know until afterwards because I assumed like, oh yeah, look, I'm like establishing this credit, as well as I didn't earn anything from it. I literally paid off like, whoa, hi buddy. I literally had this credit card or this debit card that I used, and that was fine. That was all there was to it in my mind. The problem I didn't realize was, not really the problem, but once I got these cards that got me all these points, and in the last 3 years, I've flown everywhere that I've gone for free. And I've taken, gone to multiple conventions, every convention that I've gone to, every convention you guys have seen me at, all the PAX, the Minecons, things like that, I have not paid for a single one of those flights with money out of pocket. So yes, in a sense, am I paying for them with my points? Of course, I'm paying for them with my points. However, you got to keep in mind that 50,000 points on one credit card was free. I just did my normal spending and I got 50,000 points. So that was all of a sudden a few trips that were essentially free. So you got to play the game, and you got to play the game right. And I highly suggest, if you're in the looks for a credit card, look or go to like these deal sites and find out when they're doing these great deals on credit cards, because they come around very often. I've seen them since I've had my credit cards. I've seen them multiple times, and I've canceled a couple of them because of the fact that I didn't want to have 4 credit cards anymore, and I want to make sure that I have enough time frame that goes by so that I can get some more credit cards in the future when they open up these bargains again. Because if you wait like a year or 2 years or something like that, you're allowed to sign up for these same deals again when they come around. Like, you can't do the same deal on the same credit card within like a year time frame or something like that. But yeah, we're talking like adult language now, but make sure, the only suggestion I would have is, I'm not urging like all you young kids out there to go out there and be like, tell your parents that Jay Sano told you to get a credit card. No, that's not exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, yes, you have to establish credit. Yes, you have to make sure you pay off your credit cards. Never, ever, ever, this is just my opinion, but never, ever, ever pay the minimums, because you will just be screwed later in life if that's what you do, because the minimums are, it's how the credit card companies make money. You pay the minimums, they charge you 19% interest, and you never really get out of debt. Like, that's exactly what their goal is. They hope that you don't pay these things off in full, because they honestly earn nothing if you don't pay these things off in full. The nice thing for you is, because you might be thinking, well, if everybody pays it off in full, then why are the credit card companies be in business? Most people, well, I can't say most, but there's so many people who don't pay it in full. Credit card companies are raking in the dollars. So when they offer these promotions, the fact that you actually do them right and don't end up owing the credit card company a bunch of extra money, it's not hurting them per se. They could be earning more if you followed suit with what they wanted you to do, sure, but you're not going to put the credit card company out of business because you do things right. So yeah, don't go tell your parents that Jason told you to get a credit card. He just said, if you're gonna get one to establish credit, you might as well get one that earns you some points, and you can fly eventually to all these different places. There's multiple other travel partners as well that you can like transfer these points to. Some of them aren't nearly as good. Like, I remember trying to transfer some of my points to Amtrak because I had a 1-to-1 transfer ratio, and it was going to end up costing me like $50,000 for a $100 like Amtrak ticket or something like that, because their point system is completely like FUBAR. And I was like, no, I'll just pay this Amtrak ticket out of pocket because that's ridiculous. Oh my God. Look at this. There's diamonds. I just realized. Oh, no. No. No, 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 no. I didn't see where it went. It's not in my inventory. Oh, it's still up there. Holy crap. I was so sure that that thing was gone forever. I should have silk touched this baby, and I did not, which was the fault of myself. Let me eat this thing. Okay. I put it back in the wall. Got it. Got it. Okay. It was just the one or the two. I mean, yeah, that seems to be it. Either way, more of an episode of life. Life hints, life hacks. I don't know if they're really life hacks or not, but either way, that's my suggestion. I'm excited because I'm going to Europe twice in the next 2 months, and Minecon is a go. So for those of you guys who are hoping to see me at Minecon, that your wish can happen. For those of you guys who didn't care if I was at Minecon, well, I'll be there. So you don't care, so that's good. And anyways, guys, I'm going to get myself in a little cubby hole because it is dangerous down here and call this episode good. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.
The orange tape and be a part of our fourth wave coming up in just a moment.